This is my review of the Milwaukee Fastback 6-in-1 knife. I usually keep it clipped on the outside of my pants like this, just so it's super easy and quick to grab, like on the job site. But when I'm in the grocery store or something, I usually have it actually in my pocket. But so I have like 4 of them. I don't know where the 4th one is right now. I just got this one today because I like to have one in the truck, one next to my bed, and one in my pocket. So because they're just so goddamn useful. And if I somehow like misplace one, or leave it on like the 5th story of a building or something, I don't want to walk all the way up there and I'm already at like the truck or whatever, I can I just have one all over the place. But anyway, like the reason I love it so much is because you got a flathead and a Phillips, which covers a lot of scenarios, especially when you only need to tighten a little screw, or even if you have to scrape something or pry something a little bit. I did fuck up one of the bits doing that a little too much on like my first one, but this is my first one. I've dropped it in concrete and threw it in a bucket, rinsed it off, still fine. It works great. The only problem with this one, which is my oldest one, which I've seen some other people describe as an issue online, the retention spring thing kind of got fucked up a little bit, and I think part of it got pushed towards the bottom. I don't know, the bit in this one doesn't hold in as nicely as it used to. Or really, it's really difficult to get in. There we go. Yeah, this one's kind of fucked up now. But like I said, I've had this one for over a year, maybe closer to 2, and it was in my pocket all day for like 6 months straight. And then I was like, all right, I gotta get a second one before this one like craps out on me or something. And this one I usually just keep by my bed in case I need to do something quick. And then I also, pro tip, I really like the serrated razor blades much better. I usually keep a 50-pack in the glove box, and an extra one in the spare. Sometimes there you can see the spare blade right there. Yeah. So these things are great. If you really need more than one spare blade, or you're going through blades all the time, keep the pack closer to you. You don't need 6 in the handle of your knife. I don't know, I find that excessive. Just keep the whole thing. But the bottle opener, which I don't really use often, but it's cool to have, I guess. It is kind of annoying sometimes. I have rubbed on that in a fashion like with my thumb or something, like if I'm trying to be a bloke and just smash something, kind of digs in, but it's not really meant for that. So can't really complain about that. But the pocket clip is great. I love it. Even though it's just like a little spring or wire or whatever clip, all 3 of these clips still work great. None of them have bent out on me. And like I said, I usually keep it on the outside too, so it's pretty easy for shit to catch on it. Never really falls off. Maybe once in like the past year or 2. So the paint wears relatively quickly, but I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. I know that this one's my oldest because it has no paint on it anymore practically. And then this one I've had for a while. And this one I just got today, so yeah, I didn't even put a spare blade in it yet. I was so excited to come home and make a new video. I wonder if the serial number is the same. Yeah. Well, anyway, it has these cute little pictures, to show the blade, to remind you to always wear safety glasses, to tell you that this is a bottle opener in case you couldn't figure it out. Surprised they didn't depict the screwdriver too. But anyway, there's this loop. I haven't used it yet. Might be worth it. Honestly, with the lanyard, it would probably be, oh no, because the pocket clip isn't reversible and it's gonna be upside down. So yeah, it's pretty useless location of a thing. I mean, unless you want to like attach like a little flashlight or some other weird thing to it, like another little tool or a whistle or something, maybe. Oh, this is something that I haven't seen anybody else really mention about this knife, but like I said, I've used it a lot over the past couple of years, and it only happened with my first one after the retention spring thing, whatever, and the bit driver gave out, which is the only real complaint that I've seen from a lot of people, but I think it may have happened even before that too. It does happen occasionally where if you know, slam it somehow like this by accident, the bit will come out and then get stuck right up in there. And it's a pain in the ass. I had to take like a nail, a couple of really tiny nails, and like basically force itself back down. I think through like here or something. I forget what I exactly did, but it took me quite a while to get this bit unstuck. Once it fell out of the holder and slid up into there, it didn't fall, like, you know, it wouldn't open, so it's not gonna like get lost. But I found that not only for the purposes of scraping, prying, and other things that you can do besides just screwing a Phillips head screw, I like to keep the screwdriver portion of the multi-tool set in this specific orientation with the flathead like this, because then it won't fall in. It'll get caught on this lip, and that has saved me from the hassle of it falling in before. So, pro tip, I recommend just keeping it like that, unless you're just using the Phillips all the time or like for the whole day. But when you really want to use the Phillips and then it's stuck, don't say I didn't warn you. But anyways, this is I think that's pretty much all I have to really say about this thing. Otherwise, besides that, you should go get it. Oh, it's like usually about $20 at Home Depot. That's where I found it. Sometimes it's on sale for like $16, and those are usually even in like a 2-packs, because they sometimes come with the compact version or like another big version. I've had many other fastback models too. The regular knives, the other box cutters, and this one remains my favorite. And as you've seen on my channel, I have a lot of other knives and a lot that I've yet to review. I don't even really like playing with my fun OTFs, and like the only knife I play with these days besides this is a butterfly knife, and that's just because they're like the most fun and cool knife ever. But besides that, switchblades don't even seem as fun as, like, I don't know. I have other freaking gravity knives too. This thing's just the best. It's so satisfying. It works so good, so well. It's so cheap, you know, for the cost of, I have 4 of these that I've lost one or misplaced at the moment, and all of them together didn't even cost $100, you know? I have plenty of knives that I've spent well in excess of $100 on that sit in a drawer. So I really recommend you guys spend $20, go to Home Depot, and because before I never really liked carrying box cutters, even on the job site. They're just annoying, and like most of them are uncomfortable. This one feels like a real knife. It feels like a regular folding knife, a regular just pocket knife that I would normally have on me all the time. So the fact that, you know, the fact that I can keep it razor sharp all the time, either just by flipping the blade or actually changing the whole thing. You know, it's got this wire stripper thing, the screwdrivers, and you know, you can put other bits in here too. If you have other bits, they might not all hold as nicely as this one, but it's just a 1/4 inch socket essentially, so it is pretty useful there. Like I said, this little weird thing is, I don't know, maybe somebody will show me theirs and, you know, send a picture in the comments or something. It'll inspire me to pimp one of mine out a little bit further. But, you know, if you're a big drinker or, you know, you like soda, got the bottle opener, you know. I love the fact that you can just fit one spare blade, because it forces you to, you know, once you switch out that blade, it's like, okay, I got to go replace it. You don't have to have like a million. And, you know, sometimes I usually keep the serrated ones. This is brand new, so it came with that one. The serrated blades are my favorite, but sometimes I'll keep a hooked one if, you know, I'm doing roofing or other sort of things, you know, cutting a lot of cordage where a hook is nice and I don't just want to use this thing, or it's too big of a cord to fit in there. So anyways, this has been my review of the Milwaukee Fastback 6-in-1. Definitely worth a purchase.